Hello again and welcome to another edition of the Cox Sports Report, where we delve into high school basketball action from all over Hampton roads. With Morgan Lang, I am Matthew Hampton, and Morgan, it's the playoffs.
It is the playoffs, but before we go and see who is staying and who is going home, let's check out one more regular season game where we're going to see Norfolk Collegiate try to take on undefeated Cape Henry. Where Cape Henry, as we said, is #1 in Southampton roads. We're going to start right off where they're going to kick off a three-pointer by Kay Chavis.
He's one of the top prospect underclassmen in the area in 2016 class. And there's another jumper knocked down by Adam Grant of Norfolk Collegiate, but Chris Clark has a star of their own, and Chris Clark, what a slam.
Absolutely, and Jimmy Page is going to add 3 more to the boards, and they're just going to continue to fight here as Mark Madison is going to be able to get through and get up to 3-pointers from Chavis.
Madison, a reserve on that Great Bridge Eastern Region Championship team last year, transferring over to Norfolk Collegiate. And there's Chris Clark again as he's firing from long range, and then Paul Grundy pokes it away. There goes Chris Clark on the break. He'll get it to finish.
And Clark here on the defensive side is going to have an impact where he takes it with the steal, and he's going to go all the way up, and this time Isaiah James is going to be there to tap it in.
The transfer from Western Branch getting a contribution for Cape Henry, up by 10 to start the second quarter, and Cape Henry, they're not done. Chris Clark with the 3-point shot. It is good as he's adding that perimeter game to his athleticism going to the basket.
And this off the mark with this opportunity. Defensively, they're there. Marcus Evans to Jimmy Page with the flush. Evans with a 3-point slam is in.
Jimmy Page headed to play his college basketball next year at Siena. And you see right here Marcus Evans with the 3-pointer, the reigning Tidewater Player of the Year and State Player of the Year, who came from Great Bridge to Cape Henry. And there is a layup by Adam Grant from the feed by Bash Towns as Norfolk Collegiate trying to cut into that deficit, but Jimmy Page is hot from long range.
They are. They just keep hitting these threes. And we're going to go an opportunity here with Marcus Anderson with the Oaks with the slam, bringing it in. Nice job there by number 21. And who's it going to be this time? Jimmy Page, no doubt, as he sticks it in from long range.
Keep feeding the hot man as Page is just right now unable to miss from long distance. And there you go, Norfolk Collegiate as Anderson, the newcomer from Grasso, with the tip in for the Oaks. But Cape Henry offensively just cannot be stopped in this game as they are firing from long distance. There's the Quinnipiac signee, Aaron Hutton, getting it done.
And Norfolk Collegiate off the mark with Clark going to get a chance. Check out these moves as he's going to drive in with the spin move and the layup.
Oh, he is so fun to watch in the open court. Chris Clark, why is he a 3-star prospect? You just saw it right there. There's Jimmy Page again from long distance. Norfolk Collegiate there with the tip in by Anderson as the Oaks showing off some ability inside the arc as Kay Chavis with the jumper there, but defensively just no answer for Cape Henry.
Absolutely not, but they're going to continue going here with another 3-pointer in by 5, and we've got David Darren's getting an opportunity to put 2 in himself, and they've got numerous athletes here, but Madison's going to get the layup to answer.
And Cape Henry offensively, they just keep it going on as Aaron Hutton with the pull-up jumper. So many weapons for Mark Hall's team, and you see why they're nationally ranked. And Norfolk Collegiate coming right back with Kay Chavis. It's a 33-point deficit in this anticipated battle to start the fourth quarter.
Man, let's see if they're going to be able to go with the long-range 3, and it is sunk there. It's going to come here, but with the steal by Grant, getting it going the other way with Chavis jump going in for another 2.
Norfolk Collegiate able to get some things going in the fourth quarter, but the deficit too much here. You see right there, Bash Towns with the ferocious dunk there for Norfolk Collegiate. And this time it'll be Kay Chavis finding Towns inside, and they kick it back out to Madison, who splashes home a 3.
Oh man, they're just making their impact, and Evans going to get something going the other way here. He's going to get a layup to lay it in for 2, followed by a jumper from the outside, and he sinks it as well. Just not going to be enough as it's going to be an 82-53 win for Cape Henry, who will remain undefeated at 21-0. Jimmy Page put in 21 points. Chris Clark adding another 20 with 7 rebounds. Aaron Hutton getting 14, and Norfolk Collegiate, County Chavis putting up 13 points.
Well, Morgan, we saw that regular season showdown. How about in the Ironclad Conference Tournament? We head out to Kings Fork High School to check in on some boys action. It's Lakeland taking on Denbigh, and Denbigh won 2 regular season meetings. Can it be third time a charm for Lakeland?
I think they're going to be hoping it is, and it's going to be driving up right here with Deshaun Johnson, the 6'2 junior, who's going to be able to get up and get blocked by Lakeland's Marquise Wright. But you know what? I don't think he liked being blocked so much, because this time he's going to get up and get the block right back.
And you see that those shot blockers definitely factors in this ball game here early on. This time it is another block there for Denbigh. They're off to the races with Khalil Worrell with the 2 in transition.
They are, and that'll get them up 8-6 in the end of the first. It's not going to stop. It's got a long game to go with Aaron Evans, a 6'3" junior for Denbigh with the layup, and he also draws the foul.
The old 3-point play opportunity for Duke Phipps' Patriots, who are trying to make it 3 straight wins over Lakeland and move on to the semifinals. And that time the jumper from the baseline is good by Evans, who's starting to feel it there against this Lakeland team in Suffolk. Now the Cavaliers throw it inside to Deontay Nuke Knight as he gets the bucket to go.
Absolutely. Kenya Latham, who's going to have an impactful game here in the next couple plays. He's going to get on the break to the basket, gets the layup. Nice job there by Latham. But let's check him out again as Latham is going to go again, this time with a dish, with a finish to Marche Everett.
What savvy play by Latham, the junior point guard, as he's starting some poise out there at the point guard spot for Clint Wright's Cavaliers. And this time the elbow jumper is good for Marche Everett, 2-sport athlete, made a contribution for the football team this past year. And then Latham with the pretty move down the lane.
Absolutely. What an impressive junior point guard he is. But 28-16, the lead continues. This time we've got going for Denbigh, Daquan Jones with the drive, and he gets in for 2, getting Denbigh back on that board.
Denby's going to need more of that to get back in this game and cut into that deficit, as this time they're going to drive again with Jones. Goes to the basket, no good, but the follow is good by Deshaun Johnson.
Nice play there. And Lakeland's going to have the opportunity here with the steal from who? It's going to be from Latham. He gets it up ahead to Knight. Steal, and then we've got Daquan Boyette getting something going.
Look at that teamwork with Boyette, Knight, Latham as the Cavaliers playing unselfish basketball here, trying to get the win. And this time Denbigh with the answer with Darius McKinnon. But the Cavaliers starting to heat up in the second half offensively, and it's Quarante Bud with the 3-point.
They are, and they're up 12 at the end of the third quarter. Time to see how this fourth quarter goes. You got both coaches in a huddle. Lakeland's Clint Wright, Denbigh's Duke Phipps trying to make their teams get rallied. And we've got Latham going to have an impact here early in the fourth quarter as he's going to drive and kick it out to Knight, who gets it to go.
The 3-pointers are falling for Knight and for Bud, and the Cavaliers starting to stretch out that Denbigh defense. Here is Latham on the drive again, and he gets it to go. Latham really facilitating and making plays well.
Absolutely, and we're going to go up ahead this time with a long pass to Marquise Wright, who's going to get it in for 2, and that'll put them up 65-57 at the Ironclad Conference quarterfinals. Lakeland will extend their season as Everett put in 20 points, and Deontay Knight had a double-double with 18 and 11. Kenya Latham added 12 assists as well.
Well, don't go anywhere because we have more postseason basketball. You're home for the playoffs. It's the Cox Sports Report.
Welcome back to the Cox Sports Report. I'm Morgan Lang with my co-host Matthew Hatfield. Well, we just saw the Lakeland boys, so let's see how those Lakeland girls did taking on Phoebus.
It's about survive and advance this time of the year, Morgan, and last time these two teams met, it was Phoebus beating Lakeland 60-32 in the regular season finale, but it's a whole new season now in the postseason, and the Lady Phantoms now with the 3-point shooting off the mark here early on, but the stick back is good for Maria Scriven.
Absolutely, Scriven's going to have an impact first play, and she's going to have another impact, but she's going to have the opportunity to go inside here with number 32, and they're going to have a play going strong by Scriven.
Scriven a factor in the painted area for Phoebus here in this one, and now trying to get some outside jumpers to fall. They do so here by Kyara Bowens.
With the jumper for Phoebus, nice job. It's 9-2 at the end of the first. A lot of game left, and we've got Lakeland going the other way with Keisha Barrett, who's going to drive right down the basket in for 2.
Keisha, she is a weapon for Lakeland, and we see it here once. We'll see it again twice. Now she goes to the basket with quickness and ease as she gets it to go and draws a foul.
But let's not forget Barrett again when she's playing defense, because here she is with the steal, and she's going to get the layup off the glass.
It is the Keisha Barrett show right now in the second quarter as Lakeland is starting to trim into that Phoebus lead here and make a rally here in the first half. Phoebus now with a 3-point shot up and good for Kiara Bowens here as the Phantoms show, and they can hit from inside and outside.
They are 21-20, and it is getting closer as that lead is depleting, but we've got Barrett trying to make something happen, but she's unable to convert. But what is she going to do? She's going to kick it out to Gianni Patterson, who strikes it up deep corner inside the arc.
Oh, great idea when you got that length inside, disrupting your shot, find the open teammate, and Patterson gets it done. And now you see Lakeland going inside for two. They get it to go with that one there by Nigel Smith.
32-30. This is going to be a close one going into the fourth quarter, and Phoebus is trying to get something going here as they're going to go inside to Lanisha Love, who's going to be able to get to and draw the foul.
Just a couple of days after Valentine's Day, Love is having it right here as Phoebus is now starting to pull away in the fourth quarter with their offense starting to take control here. The double team, they pass out of it, going inside with the nifty maneuver for two, and the Lady Phantoms getting it done with Love and company.
Absolutely. Scriven getting in the bucket, but we're going to have a nice opportunity. Check the no-look pass that comes in for the elbow jumper for Phoebus, and they're just continuing to try to take this lead, and it's got 41-34.
And they're up by 7 here. Brittany Rooks and company. You see Phoebus starting to really start get going offensively, and this time the steal by Barrett. She doesn't want to go home just yet, and she is fouled here on the play, and Phoebus now trying to regain control here as the ball is loose. They get it here. Scriven picks it up. They've got it on the perimeter, and this time they find the open player inside, and it is Bowens for two and the foul.
Nice play there by Phoebus. I'm loving that's the girl's second no-look pass, too. She is definitely making an impact, but we've got Phoebus with Brittany Rooks getting going here, and she's going to get the layup in, and she adds 2 to the boards. Phoebus
had to forfeit 8 games for an eligible player, but they make it 5 straight wins now and advance 57-47 as Bowens puts in 17 points. Scriven puts in 17, Bowens with 16, Barrett with 24 points in the loss for Lakeland. Well, we've got more highlights. We'll check out Menchville and Great Bridge next on Sports Report.
Welcome back to the Cox Sports Report. We're going to head right to the court where we're going to see the Menchville Monarchs take on the Great Bridge Wildcats, where last year Great Bridge was the Eastern Regional Tournament champions. Matt, are they going to extend their season this year?
Well, no easy task in defeating Menchville, who beat them 61-40 back on February the 10th, meeting now a week later in the Penn South Tournament Conference quarterfinals, and early on it's Great Bridge's defense making some things happen, giving their offense a chance.
It is, and that offense is going to come into a pass to Pablecko. Pablecko is going to have an opportunity, as you'll see him get it up, and that is a 3-sport athlete: volleyball, swimming, and basketball. What an athlete.
And Jack's older brother Shane Pablecko played for Coach Gary Obenard. You see him barking out results. There's Coach Dennis Katufis, laid back, reserve guy. He's won over 400 games in his illustrious career coaching high school basketball. And look at DeQuan Lake, interior play, he's a factor.
It is, but we're going to keep driving here. We've got a rebound coming off from Tim Hewitt, who is good off the three-point miss.
And Coach Katufis has some bigger guards helping him get some things done this season. 15-6 record coming in. And Great Bridge has some outside shooting in the form of Byron Nelson, the sophomore guard, keeping the Wildcats in it, down only 12-11 to start the second quarter.
They are, but we've got Monarchs trying to get that lead going, as it's going to be Elijah Murphy on the dish, getting 2 points, and it's going to be Great Bridge trying to get on the board now, and it's canned by Nelson.
Nelson starting to really make himself a force for the Wildcats here in this first half, but Menchville off the mark here. Rebound by KJ Holloway, 2-sport athlete who played some football, gets it up ahead to Nelson, who gets it to go in transition.
Nice to see that transition play by Nelson, sophomore, making his impact. And another name we're going to hear throughout the day is going to be Washington, as he's going to be able to find Hinson for the baseline jumper.
That ball movement without the basketball, so key for Menchville as they're hanging on to a 23-22 lead in the second quarter. Coach Obenauer screaming, hands up, we got to get the defense to create something for the offense, and right now those long guards from Menchville really having success, and they're knocking down outside jumpers too, Morgan.
Oh, the jumpers continue, and it's going to go with a deep three-pointer coming your way here. By who's it going to be? No doubt it's coming in from Washington, and he gets up for 3.
Richard is on fire. He is a weapon from downtown, 6'4", Division I prospect, and then you see the miss here down the lane for Menchville, but they're using that long, lanky frame to get the offensive rebound and putback.
They are, and it's 39-28. The Monarchs are pulling away, and it's going to be Great Bridge trying to have something happen here with Khalif Sadler, who's going to get in for 3 coming up.
And Sadler, a reserve on last year's region championship team, now getting more playing time. Devin Hinson, he's making the most of his playing time as he gets the jumper just inside the arc for the Monarchs.
It's going to be offensively, defensively for Washington as he gets the steal. He's going to go up ahead to Hewitt, and his two is good.
And you see those Menchville guards really starting to assert themselves here in the second and third quarters, and now it's a three-pointer on the way and good for Devin Henson. Older brother DJ played at Menchville a few years back, and Richard Washington now with that long reach, throwing it up to another guy with a long reach, and Daquan Lake for the slam.
Oh, let's take another look at it, Matt. As you see, he has just got so much height over that defender, and he slams it in. Nice play there by Daquan Lake on the alley-oop, and it is 48-32. They're pulling away here, but Great Bridge's Sadler is going to have an opportunity to sink three, and he does.
As Great Bridge trying to recover from that alley-oop with some hoops of their own here. Now it's going to be Holloway on the drive here. It is good by Deontay Porter, and then Menchville from way downtown, they just keep firing it in, and it's good. 54-36, the Monarchs a winner behind Henson and Hewitt, combining for 26 points for Menchville. Byron Nelson with 11 points and 7 assists for the Wildcats as their season comes to a close.
Well, we've got another highlight for you as we're going to see the Truckers take on the Titans. Lake Taylor is #1 at the moment, trying to make something happen. Churchland as well. And it's going to start really quickly with going with a deep three by Taylor Whitley. And this is a name I'll tell you, Matt, she's going to have an impact throughout this game.
Yeah, Taylor Whitley will get her name heard plenty of times in this highlight as she gets the steal here now. And Lake Taylor with the finish on the pass from Whitley up ahead to Kiara Cooper, one of those key players on last year's state championship team for Sandra Sawyer's Lady Titans. And Churchland now on the drive, getting a basket to fall by Kayla Barnes.
Nice job here at Churchland. It's 14-6, almost a half a lead here, and we've got another play here with the bucket by number 33, making the impact, coming through. But it's going to be Whitley here off the rim, and it's going to be another outside pop with the three-pointer by Whitley.
India McKinney helping out Whitley quite a bit on the inside. As Lake Taylor can do it inside, do it outside. They can damage you in so many ways.
Yes, and Kiara Cooper, though, with the steal. And is she going to get the score? She is. She puts it in for two. Nice play there by Cooper.
Lake Taylor's defense turning into some instant offense here at the foul line. The Lady Titans will miss there, but they get an offensive rebound here. And you know who's going to get it? It's Whitley from three, and you can count it.
Absolutely. She is just having an impactful game. And you know what? If she hit it once, let's see if she's going to hit it twice as they pop it out to her on the three blind, and she hits it. She is just on fire, this girl.
I think she'll hit it twice, 3, 4, 5 times in this game as Lake Taylor is now routing Churchland 35-12 with a huge second period. How can Sandra Rudolph's Lady Truckers respond? Well, they'll go to their outside shooting attack, and it'll be good here as you got Jonay Cox, a freshman, making something go for the Churchland Truckers.
They are, and Lake Taylor's too. Audrey Cuffey is going to add a couple points here for Lake Taylor and the Titans, but we've got Cooper getting 2 more on the score as well.
She's very confident going to the hole now. She was more of a shooter last year, but now putting the ball on the floor and drawing contact with the three-point opportunity for the Lady Titans. And Cooper's free throw will be good as Lake Taylor starting to really pull away from Churchland. But Churchland's got some young players making contribution, and one of them is Jonay Cox. And there's the senior, though, Kayla Barnes with the basket.
They are, and you can see coaches are trying to get them rallied up. But who's it going to be? Whitley on the outside for adding another three-pointer for her. And it is 51-20. It seems like this game is getting out of reach. We've got a fast break by Whitley, adding 2 more to the board.
Sandra Sawyer's Lady Titans continuing to pour it on against Churchland, who's trying to find some kind of answer here and close in this deficit here as that basket is good by Jonay Cox. This time the three-point shot is up and good by, guess who? It's Whitley.
It is, but you know, speaking of Cox, let's take a look at her. She's going to have some impact over these next couple plays. And you know what? She's a little bit of a player. We see her going through, and she's going to add 3 right here for the boards.
Oh, a 9th grader to watch out for all those fans in the Eastern District. They'll be coming here in a couple of years. Churchland hoping to make some noise in the future, but Lake Taylor a little bit too much in this game. As you see, there's Cox off the window for 2, and now Lake Taylor trying to break the press. This time it is stolen here by Churchland. Up ahead, it is Taylor Edwards to Jonay Cox.
It is, and I like that. We got Edwards to Cox, Cox, Barnes. Everybody's getting action in there, and we've got Cox coming through again. She'll add another 2, but it won't be enough as it'll be Lake Taylor taking them on 62-36 over Churchland. Whitley had 24 points, all almost in threes. Edna McKinney putting up 17. Kara Cooper having 16, and for Churchland, Joanna Cox having 18 points.
Just a dominating performance by Lake Taylor. And how about another dominating performance? Richard Washington, the junior swing man for the Menchville Monarchs, 34 points, 17 in the first quarter alone. He had 7 three-pointers, 6 in the first half as Menchville eliminates the top seed in the Penn South Conference Tournament, Hampton, 69-59. That means Washington and the Monarchs are moving on to regionals.
And we'll look at some notebooks across the board. Let's start in the Beach Districts. We have Green Run outlasting Norview 61-57 to take the Conference 9 tournament semifinals. They'll secure their first 20-win season since 1996. I wouldn't even tell people that's when I was in 6th grade. First Colonial's James posted 18 points and 11 rebounds in a 63-47 Conference 1 tournament semifinal over Granby. And Lansdowne girls beat Ocean Lakes 56-47 and the semifinals behind Webb's double-double with 14 points and 14 rebounds. And
that means Lansdowne girls and boys will go for conference tournament championships. What about in the Eastern District? Well, Norcom's Troy Locke and Wilson's Tamara Harris named the Conference 17 Players of the Year, so congratulations to those two. Booker T. Washington's freshman Jeremiah Jenkins, 22 points as the Bookers come back against Deep Creek, down 7 in the 4th quarter. They win at 67-63 to earn a region playoff berth for the first time in 3 years. And Wilson's Janine Camp, almost a triple-double. She had 9 points, 10 rebounds, 10 block shots as the Lady Presidents beat Deep Creek 52-41.
And in the Southeastern District, Lakeland eliminates top-seeded Nansemond River. Close game 66-59 in the semifinals. And Kings Forks, Kroger named Ironclad Conference Player of the Year. Congratulations there. And what's interesting is no Chesapeake schools will be headed to the regional play in the boys or girls basketballs for the first time ever.
Absolutely astonishing, and Kroger will play her college hoops at Virginia Tech. In the Peninsula District, Hampton's Sayante Melvin and Khadijah Brugger, Penn South Conference Players of the Year, so the Crabbers sweep it there. Heritage's Romello Anderson getting chosen as the Ironclad Conference Player of the Year for the Hurricanes, and the Woodside boys and girls winning the Monitor Merrimack Conference Tournament, beating the Kickintan boys and girls at the Norfolk Scope.
And private school side, we have Cape Henry's junior Chris Clark was named the Tidewater Conference Player of the Year. Bishop Sullivan's Darren Bellardo racked up a career-high 35 points in a 69-67 quarterfinal win over Norfolk Christian. What a tight one there. And Walsingham Academy's Billy Bain scored 25 points, with 6 of them being three-pointers in a 63-46 victory over Greenbrier Christian.
Oh, great job by Billy there. In the Bay Rivers District, Smithfield boys and girls, they're moving on to the 4A South region playoffs as they win the conference tournament semifinal games they had to play. Joey Miller of Grafton, 30 points as the Clippers defeat Jamestown in the tournament semifinals, and Emily Byer for Grafton girls, 22 points, propelling them to victory. We're out of time. For Morgan Lang, I'm Matthew Hatfield. We'll catch you next week right here on Sports Report.